Happy day. Thank you for being here for day 101 of promoting a book from love to be a bestseller. I hope you take a look at it. I think it's a great book with a lot of love and intentions to help you and others and really just add some love and adventure out there. So please take a moment to take a look. It's a great gift for yourself or for others, and it has pictures. And I love it because when I was writing it, I was like, I always wanted to have pictures in there because I really didn't know that it would turn out to be such a thick book. I think the hardcover is like in the 450 range for pages. But uh, I think it's funny how like in the beginning of something or when you're starting or even that they call it like imposter syndrome or what have you, but I really felt like I wouldn't have enough to contribute to the collective in this book that I did want to have pictures to share with it and give you it, but I was like, oh well, at least even if what I write wasn't impactful, the pictures could help people, and they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. So I was like, and that'll make up for if it's not a big enough book to be a book. Turns out it's a big enough book to be a book. And there's a lot of good stuff in there. And that's not just me being biased. It's really just how heartfelt I put it out there. A book from love. That's so awesome. I did that timestamp at 143, which is love, and then 144, which is just, love too. Okay, cool. So that's day 101. And today I've really been thinking about this, and I just wanted to share the story scenario and offer of hope. Anywho, a couple years back, I was at this is so cool. Okay. I was at a baseball game for my cousin's son, and they're playing, and it was one of those games where if they made the game, they would be going on to have games that weekend. If they did not win that game, then they were done for the season, just to give you a background. And one of the mothers was standing by us, and she was sharing with everyone around, that she hopes they don't win because they have plans this weekend to go somewhere. And in between sharing all that with us, her son went up to bat, and she was like, wow! And and wow! And anytime, so clearly cheering the team on, and yet, feet away from that game, telling us that she hopes that they don't win because of their plans. And I really, that whole moment impacted me. Now, just so you know, I'm not like mad, or I wasn't like, ugh, like she's horrible about that, because I know what it's like to, in a sense, the game is just the game, and you know what I mean? And she was still cheering them on. It wasn't like she was like, hope you lose, like not cheering them on or whatever. But wow, the contrast, right? And I thought about that in life, like how many people are rooting for you or situations or what have you, but in their real truth of truth, that means that how they live or what their plans are or their intentions or motivations are wouldn't become fruition. So they would just show you that they are supporting you, but in the real, and now this is so big. I mean, you think about this on organizational levels, like for one, I think, and this is, super controversial in a sense for folks, and I respect everybody's endeavors, but if you were believing this way, and been growing a certain way, and yet you thought because you had done this and other people weren't, that you would be extended some sort of grace or favor over these people based on how your perception is and what you've deemed to be, right? And so therefore, wouldn't you, even in your heart of hearts, like, even if you did, like, even if you were that, factually structured to where you wouldn't have any outside thoughts or interference or or perspectives, then you would think that the other person is 100% wrong, and even if they're right, you don't really want them to be right because that meant you were wrong. Fun fact, none of us have it all figured out, and Creator has surprises everywhere you look. So I just want you to just be in cognizant awareness of where you hold judgment or space in those areas where you do support something, but only if it means that it goes your way, not that it means that it would mean change. Change is inevitable. And so with that, so I wanted to share that because, and I could go deeper, and perhaps I will another time, but not today. I think just that visual was, but to kind of close that, you know what? They did not win, and they did not play anymore. And, I do kind of wonder, I mean, and this is how impactful it was. This was a few years ago. I do kind of wonder, had others, maybe she wasn't the only one thinking that, but you know what I mean? Like, had the truth been completely aligned with how you felt, how you wanted, maybe they might have won, but there was an undercurrent of deceit or just falsity. So anywho, just wanted to share that because I think it's a really good way to make sure you look at your intentions, others' intentions, and stick with the loving part and try to be in alignment with that. The second thing that I wanted to share was to not fear or to not worry about what you do know or don't know, or what you feel like you can prove or not prove, or what's real or not. I would say at this juncture, really just sink into your heart of hearts and your truths, and really emphasize the love that you're offering and the frequency that you're trying to achieve, and can stay steady on that path, because that's such a loving way to contribute to your own energy as well as the collective energy, because the variables are redonkulous right now. Like, how can you not think that? But I feel like there's folks that would potentially be worried, like, that they have to do all these things and be in survival mode, or that that nothing's happening or something's happening, or you can get into like theories and what have you. But my reassurance in this loving way is to have an example like this. Say maybe you are somebody in life that needs assistance, or for various reasons can't manage on your own, or can but need assistance, like I said, what have you, versus somebody who potentially has all the survival skills in the world, is an absolute ninja, can do anything, perhaps, but has not the best intentions all the time, or super self-serving, right? And harms people, or uses their knowledge as leverage over others for manipulation or controlling or something, or it just doesn't help, it is selfish. Could you imagine a time where it would be that person thrived, that used their efforts and actions to not do good or be helpful or contribute to the loving frequency, versus someone who does need help perhaps but has been everything they could be despite. I could not imagine a time or a space where a creator or the love frequency or the whole universe, all of Gaia, would allow for that to be fair, or how anything would happen that would leave the negative energy and not support and hold within its arms and love the people with that pure heart and intention. So just remember those contrasts and try to align your love in a non-judging way, and make sure that you can have your actions in that loving way. And even with frequencies being as they are and energies, which I want to save that for tomorrow, because hopefully I'll have like a little video clip of it and I share that too, for example. But just hold that loving space and your frequency and your energy and your output and your input, and try to maintain that. Like maybe even just a loving, radiant light of energy that you can be wherever you go. Be plasmatic. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm already excited for tomorrow's conversation. I'll talk to you then. Bye.